FL Studio is packed with powerful tools, but some of its useful features often go unnoticed. In this video, we'll uncover 5 overlooked features that can boost your workflow, enhance your creativity, and help you get the most out of FL Studio. These features are often overlooked either because they are new, old, or simply not widely discussed online. First in our list, we have Track Mode. Track Mode is essentially a feature that allows you to link all the important attributes to the particular element you just added, which could be an instrument or a sample. It makes the workflow very organized for the following reasons. First, you can arm and record directly from the playlist without going back and forth to the mixer window. Second, when you rename, change the icon or color of the playlist track, the mixer track will change as well, making it less confusing, especially when you have so many of them lying around already. Third, when you create an automation clip related to that track, whether it's internal parameter, plugin wrapper, sample, or even the effects added to it, it will immediately create a subgroup collecting all those automations in one place. You can move it along with the track or even hide it if you want a more minimalistic look. Fourth, you can drag effect plugins directly to it in the arrangement window, again making the need to go to the mixer window and back a lot less. Lastly, when you delete that track, everything else linked to it will be deleted, preventing you from deleting each of those elements manually. It is so easy to set. Simply drag an instrument or sample to the playlist track label here, not in the arrangement space. Or if you have already added an instrument, then simply right-click an available playlist track, Track Mode, Instrument Track, Existing Channel, and the instrument. If you have multiple automations already under your track and collapsing them is still a visual nuisance to you, you can head to the playlist's drop-down menu, View, and then enable Hide Collapsed Group Track. Now it will be completely hidden when collapsed. Next in our list, we have the multiple arrangement option. I can't really blame people for missing this feature because it's a bit hidden. It almost blends in like a label. If you hover over to the top left corner, you'll find the arrangement option. This little gem lets you create multiple versions of the song you're working on. It's perfect if you want to try swapping out different parts of the song or make alternate versions of a section to see which one fits better in the mix. But it's not just for quick changes. It's also a great space for trial and error. You can experiment with different samples, test out new synthesizers, and play around with sound design effects to see if they vibe with your original arrangement. It's super efficient and a real time saver when you're bouncing between ideas and testing new things. Next, we have mixer channel independence. FL Studio's mixer is unique because it offers flexibility that you won't find in a conventional digital audio workstation. Among its many features, FL's mixer allows you to set different outputs for each individual channel. You can select an available mixer channel, completely detach it from the master, and configure its own output. This has multiple uses, but what it's particularly useful for is allowing you to have multiple reference tracks for the song you're working on. Particularly great when you are at the stage where you are making critical adjustments to the master channel. Next up, we have the playlist audio warping feature. A lot of producers still find themselves using other software to fine-tune the timing of their recorded audio, or they turn to FL Studio's new time feature. But what many don't realize is that there's a way to fine-tune warping directly within the playlist. It can make the process simpler and eliminate the need for external software altogether. Here's how you can do it. Enable the playlist mode stretch feature. This allows you to manipulate the audio within the playlist itself. Next, set the audio sample to Stretch Pro in the clip settings to ensure the original tone is preserved when you stretch the audio. The important part here is setting up different warping points for the section of the audio you want to manipulate. And to do that, you need to slice through the audio using the slice tool. Once you've sliced the audio into the sections you want to warp, it's crucial to make those slices unique. If you skip this step, the playlist will treat the entire clip as a single unit, and any adjustments will affect the whole thing, which isn't what you want when working with individual parts of a loop or vocal. Now, once everything is set up, make sure to hold Shift while dragging those warping points. This technique is especially useful when you need to tighten the timing of a vocal line or drum loop so that it syncs better with the rest of your song. Lastly, we have Fruity Send. When producers want to send a signal to another mixer channel for parallel processing, the usual approach is to route it directly to an available mixer track. While this works, it simply sends the processed audio from one channel to another. What many don't realize is that there's a more advanced, flexible, and precise way to do this by using the Fruity Send plugin. With Pre-Fader Sends, you ensure that no matter what adjustments you make to the original channel's fader, the sent signal remains unaffected. Even if you mute or disable the original mixer channel, the send audio stays intact. Additionally, Fruity Send lets you choose whether to send the signal before or after effects. Setting it up is simple. Sidechain the source mixer channel to an available track. Then, add the Fruity Send plugin to the source track and select the receiver channel. You can adjust the parameters as needed, but they're typically left untouched. And that's it. You can add multiple instances of Fruity Send for as many parallel processing needs as you have. And that's all for this video. These features may not get much attention, but they can really boost your workflow and creativity in FL Studio. Start using them and watch your production process improve.